This video is going to be a mixture of me yapping, rambling, and talking about the speedrun because I think it's kind of a cool speedrun. I'm already getting the BT. Look at this. I see that stone on the bottom. I'm snagging it. One thing I did want to mention in this commentary is a thing I've been trying recently. So I watch a lot of YouTube, right? Maybe it makes sense. I do this like for my job, but I watch a lot just for fun as well. Sometimes I think I watch too much, and I've tried to make myself watch less YouTube. But most times, I go back to my old habits. I'll like try deleting YouTube off my phone or telling myself that I'll just watch less. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really change. Except this time, things seem to have been going differently. Because I again had that epiphany of like, I want to see if I can just watch less YouTube in my life. Be a little bit more productive, right? One statement I think is very true is that if you want to change a habit, one of the best ways to do it is change your environment. Now, I've thought about this before. Like, if you want to go on runs more, maybe put your shoes in your room where you see them more often. Or if you want to go like bike more, get a stationary bike to put in your room, which is what I did. It's kind of cool. I don't think I've talked about that. That's another story. But I don't think I've really internalized it for my phone usage, because a phone, it seems like it's in your hand. It's like online. It's not like a physical thing. But a phone is like, okay, that sounded a little bit dumb. A phone is a physical thing. The point I'm trying to get at is I changed the environment of my phone. So I took off my phone case, so it feels different in my hand. I rearranged all of the apps on my phone so it looks different, and I changed all the colors. So the idea is that I used to watch YouTube videos because I've built up these habits of like whipping out my phone. I feel how it feels and I want to watch a video. So I swipe to the right onto my second page and click the YouTube app. But everything's changed now, and I think it's been working pretty well. I don't know, it's been only 3 or 4 days, but I kind of set myself the goal, like, not have YouTube on my phone for the entire month of December. I'll still watch videos on my computer, but just eliminating it from my phone. I'm curious to see how that'll change my day-to-day life, I guess. So we're gonna switch tracks back to the speedrun, or I guess not even back to the speedrun. We're gonna switch to the speedrun for the first time, because it's working out to be a pretty good run so far. We're at 2 minutes. Already at the bastion. This is pretty good pace. It's not a great kind of bastion, but I do get an absurd amount of pigs here. I also got 9 obsidian, which is kind of nice, but I'm going to mine this gold block above me, aggroes all of the piglins that were around, and I already kind of drew some of them to where I am. This guy is a little bit annoying. I was kind of scared, but I got a couple gold blocks on me. So I'm just hearing a freaking army of piglins behind me. I'm like, oh, wow, this is actually going to make the run go pretty dang fast. I don't know how many I have here, maybe 10 or 12. But the reason I wanted to switch to talking about speedrunning is not because of the amount of pigs I have, it's how far the fortress is. In the bottom left, you'll see render distance 28. It's because I'm using a strategy to check for a spawner within my render distance. I'm now at 32 chunks, and there is not a fortress within 32 chunks. A chunk is like, what? It's like 16 blocks long. So 32 times 16 would be like 500, 400 something blocks. That's absurd for a speed run. And usually that just is a killer of the run. I cannot believe this run actually turned into something. Sorting my inventory here, prepping to leave the bastion because I want to leave as soon as possible. I'm thinking I probably won't get 20 obsidian. I have 15 right now, but then I get 60. I'm like, oh wow, whoa, what, 17, 19 obsidian. I just need one more and I get it right here. So I'm like, wow, okay, I just need to go ASAP. I'll take this trade and I'm out of here. I get like a billion piglins shooting me at the same time right there, which is kind of funny. But I'm out at sub 340. Crazy pace for me, but I have no fortress. So literally my game plan is throw pearls in the most open direction and hope that there's a spawner. I check my pie chart again, still no spawner. I'm at 32 chunks, but I check it here and I get a spike. So I'm like, oh gosh, this run could actually turn into something. It's not even 4 minutes yet. Maybe I can just tank the 500 distance to the stronghold. I mean, at fortress. I get this two mixed up way too much. All right, I'm gonna switch to talking about something else because I don't know. I just kind of want to talk about some stuff. I started playing the Lifesteal public server yesterday, and dude, I have so much good footage. I cannot wait to make videos on that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I actually thought I had more to say on that. What are we doing right now in this speedrun? Still sub 5, trying to get to the fortress. Ideally, I want to be in a fortress sub 5. I mean, ideally, you want to be in a fortress as fast as possible. But if it's like 6 minutes, I'll usually reset the run because I'm not going to be getting a cool PB out of it. Maybe I'll play it out just for fun. Here, I'm double checking the direction of the fortress. Thankfully, it's still straight and the terrain looks pretty open. So I decide to throw another pearl, but I'm like, wait a second. I probably need some more food to finish off this run. Thankfully, there's a hog right here, so I'm just gonna burn this guy alive. We should still be entering the fort 5:30-ish. I think when this pearl lands, you see it out of the corner of my eye. Top right, look top right. Nope, okay, we're still in lava. So I throw a blind pearl to get out of the lava. I think that's probably the best strat, so you don't have to look up and whatnot. But here we are. I see the fortress, and I start thinking, wait a second. It's only 5 minutes. Wow, I left that bastion really fast. I throw a sketchy pearl here, barely managed to get on the edge, and I'm just looking for the spawners here, which it's a little goofy the way I get to these spawners. Maybe I could have assumed that they're to the bottom right, which is where they are, but I don't really know. Maybe I need to learn a little bit more about fortresses, because I just barely learned that going down the stairs that I just went down generally takes you closer to the spawners. Like, who would have known? Thank you, Talking Mime, for the tip. Regardless, I'm at the spawner sub 6 minutes, so this is still like easily PB pace if I get some good blaze rates, which, spoiler alert, we do. We get 2 more blazes here. I thought the TNT would have made that guy one shot, but I guess not. Also, another random thing I wanted to talk about. This channel has 300,000 subscribers. Like, when the heck did that happen? I feel like I just looked at it and all of a sudden it's at 1/3 of a million. That's absurd. So actually, before I forget, because I was gonna try to make a community post about it, but then I kind of forgot and I wasn't sure how to do it. I feel like it would be fun to do a Q&A. So if you have any questions, like, feel free to ask any question. I mean, if it's like weird, I'm not gonna answer it, but feel free to ask any question. I think it'd be fun to do a little Q&A speedrun video. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the hoplite stuff. I'm having a lot of fun making them. It takes a little bit longer to make than these speedrun commentaries, because I actually have to edit instead of just talk. I mean, I edit the voice lines a little bit. If I have a long break between pausing, then I'll cut that. But for the most part, these are a lot more chill to make. Here in the speedrun, switching back to the speedrun, is this weird that I'm just bouncing? It's fine. It's whatever. You guys are watching, hopefully. I mean, yeah, if you're listening to this, you're watching. Okay, I'm talking in circles. Point is, I threw an eye straight into the tree. It's bad because eyes have a pretty large chunk of breaking when you throw them, and you kind of need them to enter the end. So I wasn't sure if that one broke yet. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to throw a 3rd eye to get the measurements correct, because in the top right or top left, you'll see like a little icon of like my distance estimation. You'll see it appear again. So now I have 100% certainty, but I had to throw 3 eyes to get that certainty. Thankfully, none of them broke, which is nice. But it did waste a bit of time, and is the reason this run might... No, actually, it is the reason this run isn't a PB, which is kind of funny if you think about it. I mean, you could ascribe any reason to that, like a movement mishap, but I think it's kind of funny to say that having to throw 3 eyes of Ender is the reason this didn't PB. So that's kind of a hint on how fast this run is. I mean, I guess you can kind of see how long this video is, but maybe I'll just add like 10 minutes of blackness at the very end. Have you ever thought about that? What if, have you guys ever done that? Like when you're watching a YouTube video and you're like it's a really tense moment and it could be the end of the video. So you check to see how long it is and you're like, oh, no, this guy's gonna live. It's gonna be fine. What if people just started trolling and left like 10 minutes of black screen at the end of videos to throw people off? I mean, I don't think that would really work from a business perspective, because the video would probably perform a lot worse, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we get crazy with the YouTube techniques out here. The only notable thing going on in the speedrun currently is I'm running to cords, and I decided to dig up on top of the fortress, which I probably should have done earlier, because I knew for a fact that it was open and it's going to be a lot linear than these winding pathways. Not that that matters anymore, because we're just on soul sand with soul speed boots. Dude, these soul speed boots actually put in work for the speedrun. I've done so much running. It's actually been beneficial because it's fast, and I save health because I do dumb things like take fall damage there. Now this speed bridge, you could also say is the reason this run didn't PB. I have this gas that I thought would disappear when I turned it to 2 render distance, but it's directly above me, so it doesn't get unrendered, and I get shot twice as I'm trying to build this bridge. I'm like, bro, just chillax. I'm trying to enter the stronghold at around 9 minutes, which is what's gonna happen, but it's kind of funny. I get majorly trolled by that guy. So we've arrived at the cords. I just need to build this last bit of portal. Oh yeah, I forget. I have trouble building this portal too. 1, because of the gas. 2, just because, actually, I don't even know. I was just misclicking. That's the reason, I guess, at the end of the day. Portal built at 9:17, entering at 9:20. So pretty solid. This is definitely PB pace. My PB is like 11:04, I think is what it is. So I got around 2 minutes to beat the game. And I find the portal room pretty instantly. So I'm not going to set up for 0 because I don't have the pearls, or I guess I have the explosives, but I don't have the pearls to do it. So I'm just entering as fast as I can. 9:39 end enter. This is like probably my 3rd fastest end enter or something like that. And here's where the run gets a little bit funny. Watch my movement. I ran out of sprint. The fortress was so far away that I've used up all my food, even though I got 2 pork chops off of that hog like midway through the run. I am crawling at snail's pace to the center fountain, and I need to get there quick, because if I don't get there fast enough and set up, the dragon has a chance to perch unoptimally, and honestly, I might not be able to kill it. I haven't really practiced that. I could probably do it, but I definitely don't want to take the risk. So I'm placing my 2 anchors here, lit them both up, and we're totally good to go. At this point, I'm like, wow, how in the world can this run be my personal best? It felt like so casual. I wasn't nervous. Maybe it's just because I've been playing super well. And then I see the dragon perch here, and I'm like, wow, okay, this seriously could PB. I break the soul sand and start doing some pretty terrible beds or explosions, honestly. Kind of ignore those. But we do kill the dragon. I've lived. I got 2 hearts. It's still sub 11. And watch this. Watch this. This is. Oh my gosh, it's so aggravating. I mean, not really. I'm kind of playing it up, but 11 minutes flat is the official time. And I guess retime is 11:06, but it's more funny if you think it's 11 minutes flat, because I'm trying to get sub 11 and it's 11 minutes, bro. Like, oh, dude. Okay, PB coming soon. PB coming soon. I was pretty happy with this run.